What's going on, everybody? This is Shane Thomas, ready to show you another country classic on the acoustic guitar. This time, this video, we're going to learn some old habits, but they're good habits. Old Habits by Hank Williams Jr. 1980 was when this song came out. It was off his Habits Old and New album, and it reached number 6 on the charts. It was written by Mr. Bocephus himself. He's got a lot of good songs. He's got a lot of good classics, and this is certainly one of them. And I can't wait to make more guitar tutorials about Hank Jr.'s wonderful songs. I've already made a few, so check them out in the my playlist and these videos on this YouTube channel. And if you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can get the latest guitar tutorials, including Hank Williams Jr. guitar tutorials and acoustic guitar lessons as soon as I publish them. So let's learn how to play this sucker. Won't take us long at all. Very simple song. And it's one of them classic honky-tonk, woman left him, or he's trying to repair this broken relationship and he's just suffering. That's that stereotypical country song. Let's learn how to play the D chord first, and I'm going to show you a little trick and make this very easy for you to learn how to play. D chord, D major chord. Middle finger goes on the first fret, then you skip a string. First fret, first string, second fret. Slow down, Shane. I had too much sweet tea already this morning. First string, second fret, put your middle finger there. Then put your first finger on the second fret, third string, and put your middle finger in between those on the second string, third fret, pluck, strum down with that fourth string on down. Check out those chord diagrams to help you out. It's in the key of D. We're going to use that D chord a lot. Now, here's a little trick. We got to learn the intro. The song's made up of intro, verse 1, verse 2, chorus, and outro. Leave it to Hank Williams Jr., leave it to Mr. Bocephus. Think kind of outside the box and be a rebel, because most songs, not all of course, but many songs, I should say, are verse, chorus, verse 2, repeat chorus. Hank's going to give you 2 verses and just 1 chorus. So, and then he's out. Speaking of out, you got an intro and an outro, like bookends, or think of it like a sandwich. You got a piece of bread starting the song, and you got a piece of bread ending the song, and in between you got the meat. Or if you're vegetarian, I guess you got the lettuce or whatever, spinach. But just think of the intro and the outro, the very same thing. And we're going to learn the intro and outro all at the same time, and then we got the things inside the sandwich to learn, and you're going to know this whole classic song. Remember, we just learned this D major chord right here. Watch this. All you have to do to play the intro, use that same, don't move your fingers, just slide up to the 9th fret. Again, the frets are these things here if you're new to playing the guitar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth till we count the 9 right here. And we're going to play that D chord shape. This isn't the D chord, but it's the D chord shape. That's important to know. So what we just learned right here, putting our fingers, slide it up to the 9th fret and play that twice. You basically pluck the 4th string, then strum down on the bottom or top strings, the first 3 strings. How about that? Twice. So now you slide down 2 frets to the 7th fret. Don't change your fingers. Just move that chord shape down. Play that twice. And back to home. When I say home, that means the root chord of the key of, in this case, D. So the intro, 9th fret twice. Down to the 7th fret again. Pluck the 4th string, then the first 3 strings. 4th, first 3, then slide it back down to the 2nd fret, D major. That's how you play the intro, and that's how you play the outro. That's what I'm saying. It's like a sandwich. You got one piece of bread, and then the other piece of bread, And in the middle, we got the 2 verses and the chorus. Let's learn how to play it. We're on that D chord, 4-string, very common strumming pattern in country music, basically just downstrokes. Boom, 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 boom. And then you start singing. I kicked the habit of smoking back some time ago. To G. Now what you can do if you want, I think you probably should, is as you're saying, I kicked the habit of smoking, you could put what's called a D7 in there. Listen to the difference. Here's a D major. Here is a D7, major 7. So basically all you do is instead of that 3rd finger being on the 2nd string 3rd fret, you put a finger, you gotta switch up your finger. If you can somehow put your 3rd finger on this 1st fret, I'd like to see it. But most people will have to switch their fingers. So to play the D major 7, you put your 1st finger on the 2nd string 1st fret, and you put your ring finger on the 1st string 2nd fret, and your middle finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret. That's a D7. So basically, go back to D. I kicked the habit to D7, smoking back some time ago. To G. G's very easy. Put a finger on the 1st, or I should say 6th string. That's known as the 6th string, not the 1st string. 6th string, 3rd fret. Finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Play the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string open, and play the 1st string, 3rd fret. Strum all those strings. So far, got D. I kicked D7, the habit, or went too quick. I kicked the habit of smoking D7 back some time ago. To G. Stay on G for a little bit. Boom. New chord. I tried the hard stuff. So that's an A7. A7's very easy chord. You're on the 2nd fret again. A lot of this stuff is happening on the 2nd fret. 2nd fret, we're going to play the 2nd string, 2nd fret. Put a finger on there, whether it's your 3rd finger, 2nd finger, whatever you want to do. But right there on the 2nd string of the 2nd fret, put a finger there. Then you skip a string, and on the 4th string, 2nd fret, play that note too. Strum down, 5th string on down, and play the 1st string open. That's an A7. Then we go from A7 back to D. So let's do it. It's tough when you slow it down like that. I'm so used to just playing it, not even thinking about it. It's crazy when you slow it down. I have to think. I don't like thinking. D, D, D. I kicked the habit of D7 back some time ago. G, stay on G. We're getting ready to go to A7, but not yet. And I tried the hard stuff, there's A7, but I had to let all that go. To D. Stay on D. But the toughest thing, stay on D, I ever back to D7, just like we did the first time around, gave up was today. G. Stay on G, we're getting ready to go to A7 again. Cause old habits like you, A7, are hard to break. To D. We're going to basically repeat that, we just put new chords in. I use lifesavers to D7. So D major to D7 to help me get off cigarettes. G. G, G, now down to A7. But you know for your love I ain't found no lifesaver yet. D, stay on D for a while here. And I've gone cold turkey, 'cause there's not even D7, one kiss a day. Golly, that's cold there, boy. Not giving him any sugar. So that's G, down to A7 again. And old habits like you are hard to break. D. That's your verses. All we have to do is learn the chorus, and we got the song. So basically, choruses or verses again are D. The chords are D, D7, G, and then eventually A7, D. That's it. And the chorus, we basically use those same chords, just in different ways. So we just ended our second verse like this. And old habits like you are hard to break. Let's go to the chorus. Now we got to set the chorus up by going from D to D7 to G. Old habits like you are hard to break. To D, so G to D. Strumming pattern, just downstrokes. A7, love with someone new is so hard to make. D, then D7 to G. I had grown so used to you, G, and all of your ways. D, D. Let's go to A7 again. Old habits like you are hard to break. D. Remember, now we go into the outro, just like the intro. D, or the D shaped chord on the 9th fret. Pluck the fourth string, first 3 strings, do that twice. Down to 7, the 7th fret, do the same thing. Back to D. You end your song, you end those old habits. That's how you play Old Habits by Hank Williams Jr. Very, very simple song. You just use the chords of D, D7, G, A7. 4 chords and the truth. Man, that man was hurting back in 1980. I'm sure we've all heard it a time or two. We've been in that situation. Can't kick that habit. Think about that lady or think about that fella. Man. That's how you play Old Habits. Very simple song. If you like this video, hit that like button. Like I said, if you want to learn more of these kinds of songs, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can get all the latest guitar tutorials and acoustic guitar lessons as soon as I publish them. I want y'all to keep humming and strumming, strumming and humming. I'm Shane Thomas. Take care. And old habits like you are hard to break.